when you say thank you. So when we say design, does it mean that design meaning, is it actually a proper writing of a code? No. Designing in any particular product is how that look and feel will be, who is going to utilize, what is the user experience, which are the people, whether they are the elderly people, they are the smart people, they are the dumb people, who understands it, who does not understand it, who is going to feed the data. All that aspects of that as a from a design. So unless until you do that, so it's a top periphery what you need to put as a design. It is still no code, nothing. You have not developed any kind of a technology which you have already to do that. And that's the concept what we call the design in the whole process. And then actually comes the development process where actually the development, what the design what you thought of, you start developing it. And for developing a software product, they use different tools, technologies. If it is some specific software what you needed, which you identified in the design stage, because you know this particular software supports this kind of a feature, and you don't have to do it right from the scratch. So evaluation of a software is a critical point while doing design, and that's why design is important. Otherwise, somebody tells you that you have got a C language or Python, or nowadays actually we talk about what other languages are available other than Python? Java, right? So many languages available. So if we just choose that, then what will happen? Every language is actually designed for a intended use. It started with that. Because there was some shortcoming in something. The new language was created and naturally it got popular, and then it started giving more and more support. So there is no point in just assuming something, and in my personal life or the career, I have stuck at many more of time by just choosing a language or something courses. And that's why what my learning was, just able to do that. If you understand what it is, then you evaluate what kind of a software, what you need. Or if you know what the software tools are there, then you will be able to say these particular features you will support, or this particular feature you will not be able to give it to your customer. So at the design stage itself, you can solve the particular problem. So the development takes place, and development actually happens for the software development is a very large process, very long process, elaborate process. I am not defining what the process is, but actually it involves many teams. It involves partitioning your entire design into the small parts, pieces, and then assigning each particular job to each team, and the design which what you have created, creating a small miniaturized specifications so that every person is actually working on that. So development phase is a multi-spiral stage which takes place. So it's not one step we start developing something and something happens. This entire process, and even if you just wanted to understand software development, as you have your course in that, I am not going to deliberate into that, but just reminding you that the process which is iterative process. And that's why it actually involves your integrating the third-party software, testing, fixing bugs, all that which is really needed, it's a part and parcel of that. Then what happens? Then you do actually testing. Testing of a product, software product is absolutely a must, and that is the most critical. Why it is critical? Because a developer has developed that particular software on some postulate of a design. Say that this is what I want to do. It has taken some feedback, and every day we observe, whenever we take a product or you use your mobile software, you like certain things and you don't like many things, right? Why you say, oh, this particular feature should have been there. This feature what I like most. So why that particular software? Have you ever seen a software in your which you like on your mobile? It just covers everything, and you don't need any other software. We have not seen any such. Some software is popular because of certain things. Some software is popular because of some different features. So is this an opportunity for you? to combine all the features and develop a software. In one software, you will get 10,000 software features automatically. You just pull the software, what is the feature you want, and it will use that particular feature. Is it possible? I am just giving you open statement. So just imagine certain things, why it doesn't happen. Because idea, when it came to his mind, for example, say WhatsApp, Telegram, which are popular about it, it has got an idea of communication with each other. In what way the communication will happen, what kind of security is involved, who is the third party, whether they should be involved or not. When all that crafted out, a software product came, and that it became popular in terms of group and everything. And it got evolved over the period of time. And that's why the target testing in such kind of the products are important. You need to solve that bugs, re-go back to the dashboard, find out what it is, and then go back. So that's a iterative process again. But it's very, very critical. Very critical. In your labs, you might be actually developing some software to pieces, and you yourself are developing and you yourself are testing. You do next time, you develop the software, and another batch which is there, students, ask them to test the software. And ask them whether whatever I have done is correct or not. And then that particular batch designs it, and the first batch who designed it does the testing. So the role changes. If you people put that particular habit, you will become one of the best software or hardware engineer. Because all skills are really necessary. Then once you do that, then the software comes to 0.1 state, 0.1 revision or 0 revision, and then product launch takes place. When the product launch takes place from a software point of view, it is released to certain customers. It's not released to all customers. Because you have been testing internally, but you do not know unknown people, those who are actually working. So the release takes place. Sometimes it is called as a beta version, and then final version actually comes out, and then it is called as rolling out of the software. And once that is rolled out as a product launch, that phase is frozen, because it's no longer just will keep on changing. It takes actually the next iteration. So people finding out usage, and then actually it takes the report or the works, and then that the backlog gets created. That you utilize for the next phase. If there is a sufficient usage requirement is there, then you initiate again the process. Find out whether it actually affects or not, and then goes back. So this is a process which actually happens. And that's why the product launch is very, very important. And then for like any product, you need to maintain it. Why? Because you have sold the product, you have paid for it, and so naturally you would like that particular company to support all the features or any bug if it comes. If you pay for say WhatsApp, which they planned actually after a couple of years, and but finally they didn't do that because obviously they got their money from somewhere else. And suppose if that happens, and if they pay and all of a sudden they saw hereafter WhatsApp will not upgrade, no features will be there for next 25 years, the WhatsApp will remain as it is. If such kind of a stand company takes, I can tell you with surely and your challenge that the WhatsApp will die no sooner. It will just go out of the market because somebody else will come. And I'm sure, who is the tough competition of WhatsApp today? Any one person can tell me which is a tough competition? Signal is there. Then Telegram. Now why Signal and Telegram became popular? Is it because of feature? Privacy, but WhatsApp also provides excellent privacy. It became popular because of a statement made by a company saying that they have upgraded their terms and usage, and the policy terms and usage, confidential terms, they want people actually to accept it, right? And then all of a sudden in the entire world, people said, no, this is actually an encroachment on our privacy of data. Nothing to worry about WhatsApp as a user or software. It is their data, their personal usage, they started worrying. And nobody was worried till that time for all the years. Such a statement and such a step forced Signal and Telegram to become more popular. People immediately shifted there. Tomorrow Telegram would do the same thing because the policies, they will go stringent. What you do? Then you find out something else. But such kind of a mass popular software, it is not possible. So you need to maintain it, then you need to actually find out how it will go. So whether they like it or not, because it has become their business, and that is how the company has grown to that size, they have to keep maintaining it. So this entire process actually goes, and it will keep on changing the needs. And if you remember, right now the WhatsApp has actually come up with feature changes, and they said that they are releasing a new version with new features. This just recently came into the market, or rather, this is the state. Now, I am going to talk about a hardware product development process. I am not going to speak about each and each step here, which is the same in the previous slides. Because the first 2-3 things you will notice in the same. However, the difference as a hardware product is, hardware product means it's a mechanical hardware product, it's a pure play mechanical. There is no electronics, there is no software, there is a complete usage. So it's a lever mechanism, spring mechanism, this is auto lag. In n number of ways the product can be defined. But if you find it interesting, even in the only mechanical devices, almost all the features that you will see, you have to design that of the product in keeping in mind what is the intended use, how do you use that, how the people will manage it, how people will hold it, whether it is convenient, not convenient, whether it is bulky, heavy, transportation, all kind of things. You just imagine that and there is a specification comes out of it. So it's just not mechanical design meaning that it's very easy, though that's not the case. So imagine that is a situation what would happen for a hardware product which involves mechanical, which involves electronics, which involves electrical, which involves a field interfaces, and it involves almost all cross disciplines. Because these products are actually used in a variety of manner. Unlike a software product. Software products are actually typically starts with inputting your data in some particular form or the shape, and then processing on the top of that, and then you output. That's a general form. When the same kind of a software fits inside a box, it changes. Then the software becomes a real-time software. Software becomes actually the analysis software. Software becomes a control software. And the software becomes a security software. All of a sudden it takes different forms and shape. Because it depends on the physical box where it is being deployed. So here also the ideation is similar to the product development, and the process involved of a hardware product development for finding out what that particular solution could be. Why do we need actually the hardware? Can you not do that only with the software? Can you not do that without any electronics involved in that? And whenever some problem comes to me, after so many years, even though I designed so many products, my first reaction to see that is there a standard way of doing it without involving all this. Because more and more technology, if it comes, it becomes more and more cumbersome. It becomes challenging. Instead of that, if you just don't need that as a solution, and if something else can be done, I like the most. But if that doesn't happen, then actually your development takes place. So in the conceptualization and design, what happens? The same thing, all those features, everything is down. So basically, in other language, what? The requirement gathering. And that requirement gathering, I'm sure all these terms are known to you, right? I'm just giving you the right context to those, or you might just learn next. If they are not familiar, if you want to go deep dive, please ask. The prototype development, now this is a new phase which actually comes. Sometimes in software also you need to do that. It's a design what we call here as a prototype phase, and that prototype phase actually becomes because you really do not know where your physical quantities which you are going to measure, how they are going to react. Is your electronics is good enough, whether it will give you the correct readings, measurements, captures, all that is really necessary. So you do a small prototype, and that prototype is not actually final design, it's just a initial kind of conceptualization stage. And then based on that, you do an actual product prototype using all these technologies and everything to create near close to the final version of product, which is called as a prototype product. And in this particular one, after number of days, so this actually prototype product involves many things, which involves your mechanical design because the box is involved. It involves a small software because software is involved. It involves interfacing with your electrical inputs or maybe your sensors, or your sensor meaning a quantity, which is a pressure, voltage, temperature, all those physical quantities which you want to monitor, it's interfacing with that. Then it also involves actually the ambient environment which is working or not working. So it's a combination of all of those is working in a prototype. We'll see all this how it is we develop all that for a product itself actually. And then you do a testing and validation where the prototype is thoroughly tested for all, that is hardware, software, feature, mechanical box, whether it is fit and proper, is it giving you a right enough strength, all that concept, whether it is, if it is fallen, accidentally what would happen, almost all kind of things. And in addition to that, you need to do a validation against relevant standards and regulations. We'll see what exactly the standards and regulation means, but a product development when you do, it needs to meet some standards and regulations. Because